Oh boy, I'm angry. Yeah, I'm angry today. I just figured it out, so I pulled over here at the Petro, and here I am. I'm doing some exercise on my stretchy bands. Yeah, I figured out, it all started yesterday. And I was at this place, I won't mention any names, it's in University Park, Illinois. And it has initials that start with a D and end with a C and has an S in the middle, but other than that, I wouldn't want to say who it was. So I get there, say, yeah, it pays pretty well. You know, sometimes I go there thinking, one of these days my number's gonna come up, you know? And this was the time. So I get there and the guy says, one of the drivers, the room is packed with drivers, and he says, I've been here since yesterday and they ain't even paid any attention to me yet. Well, luckily I was only in there for about 2 hours. But here's the scene. Here's a glassed in area where all the workers, shipping clerks and stuff are. And then there's the area where us lowly drivers are, kind of behind that. And the lowly drivers, you know, we just sit there on the chairs and read the sign that says, do not approach the glass, sit down in a chair and you will be called for when we're ready. And so, you know, meanwhile, I heard the boss come in and the boss says, the drivers can wait. You guys take care of this. The drivers can wait. You know, so anyway, this is just one of those things. You know, I know that that's how it is. I know that that we don't get a lot of respect, and sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad. You know, basically we do it to feed our families and to make money and put up with a lot of stuff on the road. Anyway, so CB's lighting up. I pulled over here because there's an accident up ahead and all the drivers are upset because they're being slowed down and they're going to be late for their appointments and stuff. So I just decided to pull over in here. Things were just adding up, you know. And so anyway, this morning I'm in Ohio. I got my week all planned out. Saturday's coming. Very special thing this coming Saturday night in Wisconsin that I like to go to every year with my wife Debbie. And I get a message my load's canceled. So, you know, it hit me, you know. I'm thinking, oh, usually I kind of get mad right up front and then I dissipate, you know, within 5 minutes. But then as I'm driving down the road, I'm thinking, you know, this sucks. This is really not fair. This is really, you know, here I am, I'm driving 200 miles deadhead. I lost a $250 load. I'm burning $50 of fuel. That's $300. You know, maybe a guy thought he was going to make 1,500 bucks in a week. Now he's making 1,200 bucks in a week. Who has jobs like that? You know, so you get to thinking. And then I was thinking, you know what? When I was in Green Bay the other day, in this Christmas shopper, I was pulling on a ramp on 172. And it's one of those situations when you come from 43 that you got to get over because there's that Monroe GV ramp that forces you off. The freeway goes from 3 lanes to 2 lanes. And I had to get over. Well, there's a guy behind me that he thought, well, that big truck, who does he think he is? And so what he did is he flew around me. This is like the day before Thanksgiving. And then he comes right in front of me. It's raining outside, by the way. And he jams on his brakes. Oh man, I just about ran into the back of him because he was being an idiot. Luckily, nothing happened. And I wasn't that angry because that day I was happy. I was going home. So, you know, it got me to thinking, I should tell you guys that you need to be realizing that truckers go through a lot of stuff. And the title of this little vlog here today is, or vlog, is Angry Drivers. And I think what people don't realize is that they're angry and they're expressing it in their driving, and that's not a safe thing. It's a very dangerous thing. You know, even, you know, we're in the football season, and Packers recently played another team 2 weeks ago. And I remember the announcer made mention of one of the players, and he said, this player has the notoriety of being known to have the most penalties in the league. Well, you know, that's a product of your anger producing something that's very unproductive. Because when you're angry for your and you do something stupid on a football team, and then that gives the other team a 15-yard advantage, you basically could have lost the game for the team because you don't know how to control your anger. I remember my coach when I was in high school, and he used to say, you know, go ahead and be angry, but channel it into doing good. Channel it into doing a better job. You know, the Bible says, be angry and sin not. So, you know, if you can make your anger produce something that is productive. And so here I am, stretchy bands. And you know what the good part is? The good part is I've got some strategies for dealing with my anger. I don't drive when I'm angry. I exercise. Maybe I go for a walk. Maybe I get back to thinking in perspective how, hey, last week I made good money. And next week I'll make good money. And sometimes it doesn't work out great. And you know what's going to be really great about this is I'm going to get earlier to pick up my load that's taking me back to Kokana. And who knows, I might sleep in my own bed tonight and then leave back out tomorrow morning, all because of this load that canceled. So you got to think of the good stuff. You got to strategize. And some people, you know, they go down the road or they're walking or they're at work and they don't realize they're at a 9 out of 10 on the anger scale. And, you know, you just send them an email that they don't like, or maybe you brush up against them and they're like, what do you do that for? You know, and they just went to a 10. They just hit it. So just imagine you're going down the road, you're driving an 80,000-pound vehicle, it's added up, the shipper did this, traffic's done that, you're late, your dispatcher is not happy about it, your wife's not happy you're not going to be home, your girlfriend left you, whatever, right? Pull over. Be angry and sin not. You know, you could lose your career, you could lose a lot of things. And those of you regular drivers out there, be careful. You don't realize how dangerous a vehicle can be. We've noticed that lately. Terrible things have happened. So, you know, you go out to the firing range and everybody's got rules. I've been out to one firing range and I accidentally got kicked off of it because I had a loaded gun in a place that shouldn't have been on the firing range. And, you know, that's what should have happened. There's rules. Everybody realizes someone could get killed. Well, hey, there's rules on the road, there's rules in driving, there's rules, and sometimes we just forget how dangerous of a weapon that we're driving around. I don't care if you drive a little Yugo or a little VW or a little Prius. Well, I do care about that. You're wasting the environment because of the batteries it takes to build the thing. But whatever you drive, it's a dangerous weapon. And you need to make sure your anger is not mixed with that thing that you think of as your vehicle that could become dangerous to someone else and yourself. Anyway, this is Ron's Fuel Stop, telling you that during the holidays there's extra angry people around and we need to be careful that we're not one of them. And if you get there, well, try to take care of that anger by doing something constructive. I'm sure glad this video ain't showing my belly. Hey, happy holidays, Merry Christmas. Hope you get to be with family, and don't be angry.